I had a couple fucking moments, but I think my first fucking moment for me was when, just the way I grew up, single parent home, not having my pops there. I was the kid that was always like at the door, looking out the window, waiting for my pops to pull up and never arriving. So I still feel it to this day. Like I remember one day, my bags was packed. He called, said he was on the way. And I was just literally looking out the door. It was raining, and then he never showed up. Hours went by, and something hit me in my mind and said, you know what? I'm gonna make sure he regrets this. Like not being in my life. I'm gonna turn up so hard. I'm gonna go like that's what it was for me. So it was just like it was fuel to my fire. So that was a negative, and that I turned into a positive. It gave me something to work towards. To be that much of a better person, or be that much greater of a son. To make him look back like, damn, I should have been in his life. My mom had to play mom and dad. She did a great job. I had father figures, but it's nothing like having your own, dad there. So even now, by me having a child, now I feel like I'm kind of correcting my father's wrongs. Rest in peace. He's deceased now, but that was my fucking moment. For me, honestly. I did reconnect with my pops once he. So I got a call from my older brother on my father's side that my pops wasn't looking good. He lost all his senses except one, and it was he could hear. So me and my brother was actually on the way down to my Mississippi to bury our grandmother, and he was in a city that we had to pass to get to our destination. So I stopped through. I felt like by him hearing, I could get everything off my chest. So I went to go sit down with him. He was hospitalized, and everybody's like, man, when you see him, you're gonna be, he just doesn't look like himself. Mind you, I haven't seen my pops, for years. So I felt like I was looking at a stranger. I didn't cry, I didn't know how to feel, but I knew that I had something to get off my chest. And for me, that was my type of, way of getting some closure, once he passed away. And then this was last year, I want to say, I did a spiritual reading. And this lady, she didn't know me from a can of paint. She just, asked me when my birthday and where I was from. And the first thing she brought up was my father, and she said, she told me that he wasn't around. He said he's proud of me, and he wished he was the man that he said I'm 10 times more than the man he ever could be and was. And he said he wasn't around because he knew that he couldn't be the man that I would want him to be in my life, but he also knew that I had a mother that was strong enough that was going to, take care of his job as well. So, it fucked me up, but I also, I took it in because I'm like, how would she even know that, So I felt like, that was his way of kind of, responding back to me. When I saw my father on his deathbed, I noticed he was trying to respond. Like I noticed he started foaming at the mouth. His eyes was dilated, but he's trying to open them. He definitely responded, but it was only so much he can do. But I felt like he hurt me, So, that was, most importantly, I wanted to get that off my chest just before he, passed away. Yeah, man. So, fatherhood came faster than expected. I think it was the quarantine that, made that happen. But, it's a blessing. Like, for me, it's less like my goal is just to make my child never feel what I felt, and to love him unconditionally. Make sure he always, has that best friend, that role model. I want to be like his Superman. So that's my whole goal, just to give him a childhood that I never had. Just do it the right way, and just make sure he's always loved. And even with the mother of my child, I told her like, no matter what we go through, we gonna always make sure he's loved. Make sure you always know, who his father and mother is, and that's all that matters. So, it's been getting exciting. At first, the first days was a little stressful, but I noticed by him getting older, he's also getting smarter. Like now he knows what he wants. Like, so when he cries for certain things, I know what he wants. So I'm just being aware, I'm paying attention to him now. So, he's been laying on my chest now. So I think like that's his favorite place to sleep. So it's been pretty cool. Luckily, I've always been a person that don't take too many naps I take power naps, but I don't get too much rest as it is. I've always, cause by me doing music and tattoos, people always like, man, how do you do both? Like, like how I live my life. And I looked at it, I was like, it's just a restless blessing, right? Get it done, figure it out. So now that he's a part of the equation now, it's just less sleep, But I've already kind of been mentally there already just from the way I, my backing and the way I hustle. So, it's tough, I may get like an hour, 30 minutes here and there. So it's like, I hear him cry, I jump right up, So it's just, I got to get in when I can. But sometimes I do be drained. But right now I'm just like, man, sleep when I'm dead. I'll figure it out. They got enough energy drinks, I'll figure it out.